Good evening, everyone. You join us for this 2020 match between the Bangalore Crowns and the Mumbai Triumph. I'm Mike Atherton, and alongside me today is Mel Jones, Ali Mitchell, Ian Healy, and the dashing David Gower.
Well, thanks, Athers, for such a glowing introduction. I had an opportunity earlier to get down and check out the conditions for the day, and it really does seem like a batter's paradise. Don't think the bowlers were getting a lot of help on this pitch. Beautiful clear conditions and not a chance of rain.
Fantastic breakdown, David, thanks. Two captains are in the middle. Let's join them for the coin toss.
Easy decision for the captain there, batting first in home conditions.
The umpire signals that we're ready to go. First ball of the innings about to be bowled.
Yes.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Well, for a brief moment, you thought there might be a bit of strife there. In the end, a good decision not to take on the field.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
Just need to settle down. The timing's off. These deliveries are there to be hit. Time for cool heads.
Wait there.
Just can't seem to get the ball away. That's the third dot.
Yep.
They've picked the gap. Perfect timing.
There was minimal follow-through, just great timing to punch it through the field for 4.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder after the boundary.
Catch it!
Nicely played.
That went all the way up toward the grandstand for 4, driven away nicely.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot. Great shot,
Yes.
but it's not going to beat the fielder. There'll be one run here for them.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
9 runs added in that over. The Royal Challengers are 9 for none. Bolt, the left-arm pace bowler, is coming on to bowl from the south end. Straight to the fielder.
Salt shakes their head. It was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it.
Waiting. Wait. Yep.
A little bit of confusion out in the middle, but they've got back quickly. No harm done. Both batters survive.
Drives and misses
Yes,
everything.
Nice bowling.
Bit of a wild delivery. I'd have been calling that wise, but, well, the umpire didn't agree with me.
Yes.
Well taken. Had a lot of work to do and held on to a great catch.
It's the wicket they so desperately wanted. They've removed a real threat before they could get going.
And with that wicket, the new batter will mark their guard. They just need to rotate the strike early on as they get settled.
Yep.
Nice shot, runs possible.
Keeper's end.
Exquisitely done on the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
A miserly over is completed, just one off it.
Yep.
Great shot through the gap.
That was a boundary the moment the ball left the bat. Can't time that any better. Perfection.
A boundary off the last ball. Is it a sign they're trying to push the run rate?
Yep.
Into the gap. Nice shot.
That's one from the textbook. Driven through the covers and they can really enjoy that one. No need for the fielders to chase it.
They shouldn't get too discouraged with that last ball. The first step as a bowler is to get the batter playing, which they've managed. If they can find the right spot, the reward will eventually come. Caught!
Yeah!
One of the easiest catches you'll see.
That's a key wicket. Not what you want so early in the innings. Barely troubling the scorer.
A lot of pressure coming to the crease. Not had the best of weeks leading up to this game and will want to show everyone their strength.
Yep.
Great shot through the gap. Perfect timing.
That is a masterclass of batting. Reads the length, gets forward and dispatches that to the boundary.
It can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes you just got to accept it and move on. Beaten on the drive.
Nice.
A reckless heave. This batter is usually a bit more elegant in their stroke play than this. Poor batting.
Yep, yep. Keeper.
That was a solid shot. Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably deserved more from it.
That's the end of a very good over. Good pressure being put on the batters. bolt from the south end.
Yep.
Well placed, should get a single. A change to the complexion of this match. Got to get the new batter coming forward early, encouraging them to drive and really attack the stumps.
Yep.
Couldn't have hit that any better.
That gets things going. Just nice to get settled, start to get your first runs.
Yep.
Absolutely nailed it.
Fielders there in the covers, but they put it right into the gap. That's a beautiful shot.
A little short on that occasion. Needs to adjust the length slightly to be just a little fuller. Too short on this pitch, and as we've seen already, it makes it very easy to score.
Oh, nice.
I'm not sure what happened with that delivery. Maybe trying the slower ball, but just got it all wrong.
Misses everything.
Nice.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Yep.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
No runs on that occasion. Got into position nicely, just too early on the shot. Couldn't find a gap.
That's the over. The Royal Challengers are 31 for 2.
Wait there.
They'll get at least one.
Just threw the shot too early.
Wait. Yep.
Could be close.
Positive.
A trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end. For someone with such batting skills, this goes down as a fail.
David won't have the pressure of facing up just yet. The nerves will be rattling a bit while they're at the non-striker's end.
Nice bowling.
Had to pull off the big dive to save some certain runs. Did it very well, did the keeper.
Head over the ball. Great shot. That's racing away.
Threw the hands at it, got it early, but enough on it to get 4.
Tried for something a bit different the last ball. The captain shouldn't mind that. If they get it right, they might just get the wicket. Power and precision in that shot.
It was just a little bit too full, and it was beautifully timed.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms.
Wait there. Yep.
Super shot, that.
Fine placement and enough timing to get that ball away to the boundary.
You can see how good this pitch can be for batting. You want the player coming forward, but it's a tight margin. Only a touch full and put away.
Yep.
Great shot. At least one on offer. Really playing all their shots that over. Really expensive.
45 for 3.
We've seen good control and spin from this bowler. Looking forward to seeing what they can do here. Picks the gap perfectly. A couple on offer here.
Onto the front foot and punched it nicely. Would have hoped to find the rope.
Wait.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Short and wide. Did well to get some bat on that.
Wait there. Wait on.
Unable to get the scoreboard moving.
Yep.
This could be out.
There was trouble for a moment, but these two were quick enough to avoid the run out in the end.
Catch up.
Drives it into the covers. Fielders, no chance.
Full and good night. Just leant on that. Didn't have to do much and got 4.
End of the over. 7 off it. The Royal Challengers are 52 for 3. 5 fielders are now able to be moved outside the circle.
Yep.
There'll be runs here.
Hey, nice.
I'd say it was the right shot to choose, but it was just timed badly. Just couldn't get the drive away.
Hey.
Misses out there on the short and wide one.
Oh, nice bowling.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Hey. Yes, nice.
Beautiful slower delivery. Just hitting air on that one. That was just too good.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here. End of the over. The Royal Challengers are 54 for 3.
54 for 3.
Oh, yes, the slow one beats the bat. Didn't pick it out the hand.
Hey. Yes, nice bowling.
Short and wide, did well to get some bat on that.
Oh,
Surely
nice.
that's got to be called a wide, is completely out of reach.
Yep.
Lovely. Looked a good
Nice.
slower ball.
It's always a useful tool to be able to mix up your pace. On this occasion it worked and completely deceived them.
Wait there.
Fantastic catch.
After all that effort, they just couldn't manage to go onto the 100. They'll feel like they've missed out here.
A big opportunity. They've worked hard in recent weeks. They should have the confidence to build an innings and get big runs on the board. The right-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the north end.
Bowling.
That was a tremendous delivery. Fizzed through to the keeper. No more short balls this over.
Yep.
Super piece of timing.
Well, what a lovely shot. It flew to the boundary. That's clearly not the type of delivery to be bowling here.
Boundary off the last ball. What's to come off this delivery, I wonder?
Yep.
Couldn't get it through the field.
No runs on that occasion. Got into position nicely, just too early on the shot and couldn't find a gap.
Catch it.
That's off the middle of the bat.
Yep.
That races away to the boundary. A beautiful shot off the front foot. Just textbook stuff.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key. That's right off the meat of the bat.
Well, that ball has been hit. It's flown into the crowd. To get that much power coming forward onto the front foot is just ridiculous.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot.
Wait. Yep.
Quick onto that in the infield.
Well, that could have ended horribly, but very good, fast running between the stumps gets them home.
Sharma ready to face their first ball. Really needs to settle quickly and see if they can get the ball into the gaps.
Wait on. Yep.
It mightn't get to the boundary, should at least get a couple.
Our mix-up there. They've been going so well out in the middle. The first sign of miscommunication.
Well, that was another good over. You can see the frustration growing on the batters. Very quick out there, managing to stop it and preventing 4 runs. There'll be 1 run here for them.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Yep. Bowler.
And with that, they're off the mark.
Yep.
Onto the front foot. Super shot. Should be 4. Edged it. Now then, was there a faint edge? And safely taken by the keeper.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
Coming to the wicket, they'll be... looking to play within the V early and expand as they get settled.
Yeah, yep.
Immediately underway with some runs.
Are now on 75 for 5.
The right armour is coming on to bowl from the north end.
Yes.
Great shot, great timing.
Found the gap with ease. Wasn't the worst ball you'll see, but it still raced to the rope.
Sharma shouldn't be too worried about that last ball. They've got them playing their shots, just need to tighten their areas now.
Yep.
Good shot, it's found the gap.
Onto the front foot early, placed it perfectly into the gap. Timed it nicely for 4 more.
Shots are certainly being played at the moment. Some good batting mixed in with a little bit of good fortune. That's 2 boundaries in 2 balls. Right out of the middle.
That ball has been hit. It's flown into the crowd. To get that much power coming forward on the front foot is ridiculous.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder after the boundary.
Yes.
Nice shot.
Keeper,
Runs
keeper.
possible.
Exquisitely done on the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
That's gone all the way, right out of the middle.
That was timed very, very well. Great shot. Driven down the ground and flew over the boundary.
Don't mind getting hit for runs. What's important is to focus on getting the next ball right.
Yep.
That's great fielding. That ball was flying. The over comes to an end. Not many runs coming from it. Both sides need to inject some life into this game.
Yep, yep. Bowler.
Hit that hard. Nailed it.
Well, that's what you pay your entrance money for. It's flown into the crowd. A brilliant shot off the front foot. No need to move.
The last one helped the scoring rate, making their intentions clear.
Yes. Bowler's end.
Oh, well, that's a tight call. Didn't look to be that wide.
Oh.
Another chance to
Nice
bowl that
bowling.
one. Really can't have been wide by much, though.
Yup. Catch that. Yep.
Caught! Completely ridiculous to pluck that one.
A fluent innings undone by a decent delivery. A good wicket to get at a good time.
The field will come up now, you'd think. Pressure should definitely be on the new batter, who strides to the middle. They will be looking for another quick wicket.
Yep.
Oh, that would have been a very risky single. In the end, a good decision to stay put.
That's the over. The Royal Challengers are 108 for 6. The right-arm medium bowler is coming into the attack from the north end.
Yep.
Really good shot there.
Really just seemed to have put that one into the slot with the first ball to the new batter. All the same, it's a glorious shot for your first ball.
They shouldn't get too discouraged with that last ball. The first step as a bowler is to get the batter playing, which they've managed. If they can find the right spot, the reward will eventually come.
Overstepping, just a little too eager on that delivery.
An effort ball and called on the front foot. At least they've got an extra ball to go for the wicket. Beaten on the drive.
Bowling.
2 in a row, just sloppy, really.
Always a sign of a strong captain in situations.
A bit of shape on the ball as they let it go through. Tailed just a little at the end as it went through to the keeper.
Yup.
Edged, there's no one there. Could go down to the boundary.
Didn't time it at all, but managed to get it away to the boundary.
Let's see if they can get the ball up into the slot like before. So crucial to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. Ease through the field. There'll be runs here. A new batter always likes to feel bat on ball early on as they bring a bit of energy to the crease. Edged it. A wonderful delivery to get the edge. They've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again.
Yep.
Great shot. At least one on offer.
And with that, they're off the mark.
Yep.
They'll get at least one.
I, for one, reckon that second run was on, but clearly the batters knew better.
End of the over. 8 runs coming from it. The Indians are 8 for none. Hazelwood, the pace bowler, coming into the attack.
Waiting. Yep.
Perfectly timed.
What a lovely shot. Really good timing out of the middle, and it raced to the boundary.
A boundary off the last ball. Is it a sign they're trying to push the run rate?
Wait there.
Brilliant diving stop.
Sharma shakes their head. It was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it.
Beaten on the drive.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Yep.
Caught. Gone.
It's the sort of dismissal that sees the momentum swing back to the bowler. Gone, but not for many.
It's a long way to walk out here just to walk straight back. They'll just want to get this first one behind them and then push on.
Waiting.
Quick onto that in the infield.
No runs on that occasion. Got into position nicely, just too early on the shot. Couldn't find a gap.
Yep.
A little flick of the wrist to get it round the corner for an easy run.
5 runs added in the over. The Indians are 13 for 1.
Yep.
Edge. Amazing delivery. A change to the complexion of this match. Got to get the new batter coming forward early, encouraging them to drive and really attack the stumps.
Yep.
Onto the front foot. Super shot. Should be 4.
That really was an impressive shot. Good timing and driven through the covers.
That last ball isn't something you'd want to see a repeat of. You don't want to be giving easy runs away.
Yep.
Nice shot, runs possible. Couldn't get it through the field.
Just threw the shot too early.
Yep.
Too good. Not sure anyone is going to cut that off.
Picked the slower ball right away. Wasn't a bad delivery, but dispatched to the boundary with ease.
A good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball, and it'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond.
Yes.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring. There's a run here, surely.
Jacks shakes their head. It was there to hit. Couldn't make the most of it.
Yep.
Good shot. A beauty.
It was just a little bit too full, and it was beautifully timed.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket
Waiting.
will come.
Yep.
4 overthrows, the throw was unnecessary, and as it turns out, pretty costly.
Consecutive boundaries in this over. I wonder what plans they'll come up with to slow this batting.
Yes.
There'll be runs here.
Keeper.
Did well just to get it down towards third for some runs.
Wait on. Yep.
Good return there, back from the deep. Really, really good running from these two batters. Played it safe though, stick with 3.
Straight to the fielder.
Didn't hit that well, very late playing that shot.
Yep.
Questions will begin to be asked. Should the captain make a change? A big over that one. Too many loose deliveries. A new bowler is coming into the attack.
Wait.
Crying wolf is not the best approach. It'll just annoy the umpire.
Yes.
Great shot.
Well, it was hammered away, timed perfectly and placed into the gap.
A little short on that occasion. Needs to adjust the length slightly to be just a little fuller.
Yes.
Too short on this pitch, and as we've seen already, it makes it very easy to score.
Good precision with the throw, back from the deep.
Waiting.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Yep.
Huge edge. Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting.
Wait there.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs. 9 runs added in that over. The Indians are 45 for 1. The left-arm medium bowler is coming into the attack from the south end.
Waiting. Yep.
It was just a little bit wide. Well picked up and let the ball do all the work, really, to push it down towards third man.
Wait.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
Yep.
There'll be 1 run here for them.
Some width on offer, but didn't throw the bat at it and just made sure of the cut shot.
Yes.
Edge, unplayable.
Good return, back from the deep.
Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot.
Waiting.
Can't get that outside the ring field. Over ends, so too does the power play. Change is coming in the field. The captain can now put 5 fielders outside the circle.
I like this field choice. A good move, I'd say.
The whole team goes up for that one. They feel pretty confident about this.
Well, they lose the second wicket. It's a long way back to the sheds. And you can tell they're not happy with that dismissal.
New batter comes to the crease. Never an easy time to come in after the fall of a wicket.
Yeah.
Immediately underway with some runs.
Yep, yep.
Great shot through the gap. Perfect timing.
Bowler.
Tucked it nicely into the gap. Pick up a single, rotate the strike.
Yep.
Well placed. Should get a single.
Yep.
A couple on offer here. The end of a tidy over. Batting doesn't seem to be easy out there at the moment. Good pressure building.
Yep.
Well, for a brief moment, you thought there might be a bit of strife there. In the end, a good decision not to take on the field. This is a good field, I think. Not too aggressive, but not overly defensive either.
Waiting.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
Yep.
That's great fielding. That ball was flying.
Decisive running might have got them to. Looking back at it, I'd say they'd have made it easily. So in the end, poor running.
Wait on. Yep.
Perfect technique and placement.
Good return, back from the deep. Exquisitely done on the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Yep.
Hit that hard. Nailed it.
That was the slower ball, and it didn't fool anyone. Got the timing just right. Beautiful shot.
The over comes to an end. Not many runs coming from it. Both sides need to inject some life into this game.
Yep.
Brilliant shot, that. Good work there on the boundary.
Yep.
Misjudged that throw, and the batters survived what would have been a certain run out.
Yep. Yeah. Gotcha.
Effortless. A gift, really. Floated it up there and dealt with.
You can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms.
Wait.
Doesn't beat the infield.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
End of the over. 9 runs coming from it. The Indians are 71 for 2. Livingston into the attack now from the south end.
Yep.
Edge! What a ball! Let's see if they can get the ball up into the slot like before. So crucial to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure.
Wait. Yep.
Thick edge!
Confusion written on the batters' faces, a mix-up that almost led to a run-out.
A wonderful delivery to get the edge. They've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again.
Wait.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
A bit of frustration after that shot, went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Over. The Indians are 73 for 2.
Yep.
Edged!
Nothing really wrong with the delivery. Got onto the front foot and found the space to get that one to the boundary.
Yep.
Great shot. At least one on offer.
Yep.
Doesn't want to bowl it there. Overpitched and helped to the boundary.
Got their head right in line with the ball. A beautiful strike there down the ground.
Massive edge.
Yep.
Very quick out there, managing to stop it and preventing 4 runs.
Yep.
Good bowling, kept it nice and tight and made it hard to score runs. Livingston from the south end. Back go the stumps, missed the straight ball.
That's a real shame. That was a brilliant innings. Really was heading towards something special. A good wicket to take at this stage.
The left-handed batsman is coming in at number 5.
Yep.
Good batting, get an opportunity to score and take it.
Gets off 0 with that shot. That'd have been a little nervy. That'll settle the nerves.
Waiting.
That's just outrageous.
A long walk back to the pavilion. This has not been a good knock. Not what you'd expect from someone of this skill level.
Wait there.
Quick onto that in the infield.
Just threw the shot too early.
Yep.
Huge appeal.
The trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end. For someone with such batting skills, this goes down as a fail.
With the fall of that wicket, the new batter comes out to the crease. They're quick to take guard and face up. Three added in that over. The Indians are 87 for 5. Going with pace now.
The captain is going with the medium pacer.
Wait on.
Thought it got past them, but a fantastic dive to cut it off. Misses everything.
Nice bowling.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Wait.
Out.
Yeah!
Good catch.
Well, this is a fantastic wicket. Kept the runs down. Really didn't get settled. Looked to be in trouble, sadly, for most of the knock.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
A little late on that. No run scored.
Big appeal. Beaten on the drive. The over ends with no change to the scoring. After some superb bowling, it looks tough to find ways of getting the ball away.
Yep. Yep.
Well timed, but there's a fielder out there.
That gets things going. Just nice to get settled, start to get your first runs.
Waiting.
Straight to the fielder.
Yep. Keepers.
And they're away and nicely off the mark.
Wait. Yep.
Comfortable single if they take it.
Seems slightly odd not just to take the single that was on offer there.
End of the over, and again it's a good one for the bowling side, not letting batters build any momentum.
Yep.
Great shot.
That races away to the boundary. A beautiful shot off the front foot. Just textbook stuff.
A boundary off the last ball. Is it a sign they're trying to push the run rate?
Yep, chat.
A real beauty. Just times it so well.
A strong area for them. Lifted it up and over towards the rope.
Back-to-back boundaries. The bowler will be searching for something now. Just a dot ball or two to settle things down. Drives and misses everything.
Well, that's a wild one. Nothing elegant about that shot, just not timing it at all. Poor play.
Yep.
There'll be runs here. Gone! Excellent catch, close to the bat.
As they head back to the pavilion, they'll be wishing they went about this innings a little differently. Not too much to speak of on the scoreboard.
The team will be after a positive innings from this batter. A great opportunity to come in and put some runs on the board.
Wait.
And dropped. Strong appeal.
Yep. Ballers.
There'll be one run here for them.
Got it behind square on the leg side. Swiveled and pulled away. Didn't get all of it though, I don't think.
An inexpensive over ends and a wicket coming from it.
Wait.
Nicely taken. Quick to latch onto it.
Another one, 8 wickets gone. You feel it's just a matter of time now. A few decent deliveries could see the end.
And again, see you later. 2 wickets on the trot.
Just managed to clasp their hands around that one. Disappointment for the batter, joy for the bowler. Another wicket down, this one without scoring.
Difficult period as they come to the wicket. They'll take plenty of time to set themselves up before facing their first ball.
Just threw the shot too early.
Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting.
Wait.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Livingston with a superb delivery. Got them trying to drive, but messing everything up.
Yeah.
Timed it nicely. They'll look for a couple, you'd think.
And with that, they're off the mark.
End of the over, 2 runs added. The Indians are 100 for 9. Hazelwood with the ball in hand again.
Coming into the attack.
Wait. Yep, yep.
Nice shot, runs possible. Finds the fielder with that shot.
Immediately underway with some runs.
Oh, nice bowling.
Surely that's got to be called a wide. It's completely out of reach.
Wait. Yep.
Well placed, should get a single.
Did well just to get it down towards third for some runs.
Wait there. Yep, yep.
They'll get at least 1.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
Well, that was a really solid shot. Read the length early to get onto the front foot, and that raced away for 4.
Don't mind getting hit for runs. What's important is to focus on getting the next ball right.
Yep.
2 full, got what it deserved.
It was just a little bit too full, and it was beautifully timed.
112 for 9.
A brilliant over for the batting side. Not so for the bowlers. The right armour is coming into the attack from the south end.
Well bowled.
A big swing and a miss. Completely deceived by the lack of pace on that delivery.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
Misses out there on the short and wide one.
Big edge!
Just threw the shot too early.
Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot.
Yep.
Strokes it languidly away to the fence. A lovely shot.
Found the middle of the bat. Great timing. Lovely front foot shot that's raced to the boundary.
Yep.
That is a gorgeous shot. Straight through the covers.
Well, you sometimes just have to stop and admire batting like that. Gets onto the front foot early, well timed, and 4 runs.
Nice bowling.
Tried to get the drive away, but timed it poorly. Lucky to survive.
That's the over. The Indians are 120 for 9.
Wait.
Couldn't get it through the field.
No runs on that occasion. Got into position nicely, just too early on the shot. Couldn't find a gap.
Yep, yep.
Power and precision in that shot.
Well, a lovely shot. Really good timing. Out of the middle, and it raced to the boundary. The captain's going to change things around in the field. Onto the front foot early, placed it perfectly into the gap, timed it nicely for 4 more.
Yup.
It was slightly shorter, but it was seen early, got onto the back foot quickly, just pushed it away behind square.
Hit right on the body. Misjudged it a bit maybe, but couldn't seem to get out of the way. That will have hurt.
That would have been a very risky single. In the end, a good decision to stay put.
Yep, yep. Bowler.
End of the over. The Indians are 130 for 9.
30 for 9.
Yep.
Goes up and over for 6. That's the positive option.
Just a little bit of room given. The power was immense. That has flown over the boundary. A few moves made in the field.
Yep, yep.
Exquisitely down the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more. You can understand why on that line they thought it was safe to let it straight through to the keeper.
Nice bowling.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
Yup.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
Bowling.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Yep.
Nicely fielded on the boundary.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
11 runs added there. The Indians are 141 for 9. From all of us in the commentary team, I hope you've enjoyed the match. It ended up being very close. Hope to see you soon.